Greetings, traveler. If you've been here for a while, you would know that there is a bird, a pigeon to be exact, that one day decided to adopt me for some reason. Long story short, I gave him food and I guess the rest is history. Now he wakes me up at 6 a.m. every day on my window, demanding a sacrifice, which I must provide, otherwise bad things will happen. Because of his aggressive and intellectually challenged nature, I decided to name him Trevor, after Trevor from GTA 5. Today I'm going to be presenting him with portraits of himself and his girlfriend, which he also thought would be nice to bring, so that I have two mouths to feed instead of just his fat ass. Backstory aside, let's begin painting, shall we? I decided to get back into using acrylic paint for a change. I usually just use watercolor and colored pencils. Don't worry, I haven't gone insane. That's called an underpainting. The pigeon is not red, it's just to make the colors on top more vibrant. I posted a little bit more about that on my Instagram, so feel free to check it out. Plus, it was a nice excuse for me to use up that very bright, very useless red color. I bought some cheap watercolor paint that isn't really useful to me, so I just use it for underpaintings. And I decided to throw in a little compilation of me peeling off the dried acrylic paint from my tubes. I don't know what's so satisfying about this, but I really like it and I could watch it and do it for hours. You can tell this paint has not been used for a while, so let's change that. You'll see later in the video I decided to leave some parts of the underpainting exposed. It's just a stylistic choice. You don't have to do this. You don't have to even use an underpainting in the first place. I just like that little pop, you know. Also, this was a really nice break from drawing dragons. I drew people in my last video, so if you want to see me doing that, I'll leave a link in the description. That's definitely the thing I draw the least often. And it's not because I can't, I actually think I did really nice in the video, but I just don't like people, let's be real. I'm curious, if you're an artist, what's your favorite thing to draw? And least favorite? While you're down there commenting that, I also really like leaving little hints in my videos, just for people who watch them all the way through. So if you didn't skip to the end to see the result, leave a sparkle emoji in the comments. Let's spread some fairy dust, shall we? I'm not sure if you're able to tell, but I mixed quite a bit of blue into this pigeon here. Are pigeons blue? No. Do I like adding some fun and whimsy? Hell yeah. Also, if you're in the mood for some more fun and whimsy, feel free to join my Patreon. Don't worry, if you're broke, you can do it for free as well. And you will not be neglected, because free members get access to reference sheets, occasional free wallpapers, and general updates about what I'm up to. However, if you want to show your support through a paid membership, you'll get access to my personal projects, a community chat that is specially designed for people who are artists. There you can share your art and ask for personal advice, and you'll have access to tutorials on how to draw dragons and animals with reference sheets you can download. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, you can check it out. You can find the link in the description. This way you're allowing me to keep making content for free, now that we got that shameless self-promo out of the way. I'm almost done with this painting. I'm only adding some final details. I really love that green, blue, and purple thing they have on their necks. The beauty of pigeons in general is very underrated, in my humble opinion. Speaking of opinions, the most important one is yet to come, because we are asking the master himself what he thinks about his painting. Don't mind him looking greasy. It was raining the day I filmed this. He is completely fine and loves it, as you can see. He definitely didn't just come for the seeds. He loves my art, of course. Look at him go. He doesn't know what capitalism is. I am so jealous of this bird, not gonna lie. Back to painting, I'm adding the line art here. It looked a little lacking without it, so I thought it needed it. And you'll see by the end it turns out I was right. I just love line art, it makes the art look so crispy. I'm curious, if you're an artist, do you do line art or do you just leave your sketches and paint over them? I know it's a running joke in the artist community that line art looks worse than the actual sketch. Now for the most satisfying part, I'm adding the highlights. And I can call it done. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to sub for more. And I'm gonna see you later. Bye!